Actually, with the quantum changes the world of how we are dealing with things from a technology perspective will add a lot of challenges for businesses. This paradigm shift in technology will actually expose a lot of organizations and will put us in a situation where there's no way beside organizations start to think seriously about cybersecurity and taking risk towards that movement, that new wave of technology that is coming. The power of computing that will happen, the amount of data that will be produced, the power that artificial intelligence will have will be massive. An organization needs to be aware of how to use it and need to be responsible when they are using it. But also with great powers comes great responsibilities, and it's quite easy for a lot of businesses to forget these responsibilities because they are more interested on creating more data, more business for themselves. Hence becoming cyber quite an interesting part to ensure the privacy of that data, the communication to be secure, ensuring its confidentiality and integrity. And with this type of situation, or with this type of change that we're going to go through, automation will be one of the only solutions into the cybersecurity sphere. Organization won't have the capacity to manage that change, to manage that risk, and predict and model the new changes that will happen or the new risks that are going to happen. Hence, they will need to use that artificial intelligence and that AI to police the other type of artificial intelligence that they are using, and to be able to control that machine-to-machine communication or system-to-system communication or interaction, in other words, and try to manage to ensure that it stays within the limits that it's expected from it. For them to be able to capitalize on that change and that wave and get that competitive advantage, they need to start to think differently. They need to implement security by design in their business processes, not just the products, but in their day-to-day process. They need to make cybersecurity drive a lot of their processes and their compliances. It might sound a little bit unthinkable in that sense for a lot of organization or business people to tell you, well, do I need to think about cybersecurity in order to design my business process? Yes, because that's where it will stop, and that's where it will end, and that's where it will be the problem. Because if you don't have the right processes in place as a business process that address and respect the laws and the regulations, as well as the consumers and the stakeholders, you will end up breaching these regulations. You will end up compromising these peoples and their data. Hence, it is quite important for them to start thinking about cybersecurity and incorporate the two ideas of security and privacy by design at the business process level. For me today, it was an amazing event. It was mind-blowing. The amount of advances that has been happening over the past 3 years in quantum and what is going to come, it's unbelievable. And I think more and more quantum technology, artificial intelligence will actually have a huge impact, more than we can expect, and we will see it in our day-to-day life.